This is our third Whole Life Challenge, and it's the biggest one yet. We currently have 173 people enrolled. 172.
Which is about the same number of members we have total.
Yeah, so it's friends and family. A lot of people, if you're not a member here, we're so excited to have you, and it's even, I think, more courageous for you to be here. And it's like really amazing to demonstrate the impact that this community is having on your community, right? That we have more people that are even like non-members involved in this challenge than members, right? And that means you guys are out like changing the lives of your friends and family, right? And taking a stand for their health and well-being, which is super powerful. And people don't want to hear it. Like, people can attest to the fact that it gets difficult when you're doing this challenge if your boyfriend's not doing it, or if your sister's not doing it, or if you live with your roommate and they're not doing it. They start to get annoyed, right? They're like, oh my God, are you done with that challenge yet? Dana can attest to that. And then the next challenge, huh?
You're not drinking.
Yeah, oh my God, you're not gonna have wine? Like, how does that have anything to do with them, right? But it's interesting, and that's part of the challenge too, is just really being a stand beyond all that. In the face of no agreement, when people are trying to get you to have wine or a donut, to be like, actually no. So it's extraordinary and inspiring, and Nate's moving me along. Normally I'm moving him along, but so welcome. So just to tell you what we're going to do tonight, and it should be about an hour. We're definitely going to try to keep our part to less than that, so you guys have time to answer questions. Ask questions and answer them if you know the answer. So what we'll do is we'll go over the overview of the game and the purpose of the game, right? Because it is a game, and it's just a game of choices. We'll go over the rules of the challenge. And we'll talk about the logistics of the game. So how to use the website. We're going to offer you an opportunity to sign up in little microcosm teams if you choose to do that, if you feel like you could benefit from having a little more support.
Accountability pals.
Accountability pals. And go over what the prelims look like, when they're going to start, where they're going to be, and where the finals are. And then answer any questions you might have that we can answer. And if we can't answer them, we'll be able to answer them by 10 a.m. on Saturday morning.
So yeah, if you have questions, hold them till the end.
I got a little pad if anyone's has a burning question and they know they won't remember. Here's a pad and pencils. So that'll be here.
Hi guys. So I will do my best to not, yes.
So, sorry, we get so excited and nervous, and I'm Heather, and this is Nate, and you're at Undisputed Fitness. This is Ivan. Ivan's our boxing coach.
I was about to say all that.
Oh, okay. Go on.
No, you can keep up.
Britt, with mouthful, instructor training program. Megan Dorsey is one of our coaches. Ruben on the camera. Well, he's not at the moment. He's our jiu-jitsu instructor. Lorenzo, our newest staff member, and Conrad, who manages everything else.
There's Jen.
Jen Montano, instructor training program. And Conrad is also in that program, as well as being the assistant office manager and overseer of all things.
Yeah, guys, so welcome. Like Heather said, this is our third Whole Life Challenge. I can't really put into words what the Whole Life Challenge actually really is. Like, we'll go through how to play it and all of that, but you're not really going to realize what it is until you're done playing it. And it will be something different for everybody. And no matter how many times you play it, you will get something new out of it every single time. Like everybody knows, Tate, maybe our boss, head coach, he's like, I've done 5 Whole Life Challenges now, and I've gotten something new out of every single challenge. No matter how many times you do it, you will always get something new, which is really amazing. First thing I want to talk about, before I get into the overview and purpose of the game, I want to do a couple shout outs. We have some awesome sponsors this time around, so people helping us, supporting us. One is Bumblebee Bob. If you're unfamiliar with Bumblebee's Baja Grill over on Guadalupe, and on Cerritos, they're one of our sponsors, and they're actually going to have a few Undisputed labeled menus on their item for the duration of the challenge.
Testimonial, last WLC I came in and I asked about the ingredients. They knew all the ingredients of the different dressings, and just an awesome place to go get a salad. Thumbs up.
So Bumblebees, and then another one is right next door, the Co-op. We have Peg here. Peg representing Co-op, and her son Noah, one of our boxing students, doing the challenge. So the Co-op is sponsoring us also. As you walk around the Co-op, if you go do your shopping over there, you will see little labels like that on Whole Life Challenge approved items throughout the store. So, part of the challenge, part of the difficult part is looking at the ingredients on every single thing you buy and making sure that you know exactly what's in every single thing you eat. So they're making it a little bit easier for you. You see a little stamp, Whole Life Challenge approved. Awesome, I'm getting there. All right, guys. And then Ty isn't here, but our other sponsor is Ohori's Coffee.
Yeah.
They will be supplying us with coffee at the prelims, and I have to assume the finals also. It's where we buy all of our coffee all the time because it's delicious and good for you.
And they're sponsoring our t-shirt.
And they're sponsoring our t-shirt, which we will talk about at the end. We have some mock-ups. Ruben has designed yet another amazing t-shirt for us. And so if you want one, you can pre-order, and we'll get those made and get you by the end of the challenge.
Let's say by a month then.
By a month in. Okay, so to get into the overview and the purpose of the game, what it is. It's 8 weeks of accountability, holding yourself to a little higher standard. Important ways to look at it. You're using accountability. You're not being enforced by rules. Okay? It is self-monitoring, so it's all in the honor system. You know, it's like it's up to you to know what you're eating, to know what you're doing. And the key to that is empowerment. You know, it's one thing to have somebody standing there telling you what to eat all the time, but for you to be empowered to take control and know what you're eating and know what the effects of each thing has. It's a game rather than just rules to follow. If something isn't fun, you know, you're a lot less likely to do it, right? I mean, if you can do something that gets you amazing results, but you can do something that gets you amazing results that's also fun, well, you know, probably going to go towards that one.
Suffering is optional.
Suffering is optional. And this way, the idea of doing it in a challenge with a support group, with your friends, is tried and true, and we know that this works. We want to give you tools outside the gym that support the great ones you have inside the gym. So you come to us and you learn things, and then you are able to take that outside into the world and have your power, have the power and control that you need to be in control of your life. You're not on autopilot. No, I mean just, oh, I'm eating this, I'm on the go, I'm grabbing this, just because it's there and I'm not thinking about it, right? You're not alone. You have a community. You have your significant other, you have your roommates, you have your friends, you have your fellow athletes. You're doing it together. You're not making this huge paradigm shift in your life all by yourself. You're going to track your daily effectiveness using a keyboard. So you're going to break it down day by day. 8 weeks. Oh man, that's kind of overwhelming. I'm not thinking about 8 weeks. I'm just thinking about day by day. Cool, I got this many points today. I did this today. I did this today. I did this yesterday. You can also, another purpose of it is see what a difference a dedicated, practical practice makes in your body, your performance, and your life. You get to see what it's really like to up your level of commitment and dedication. And like, yeah, I try things here and there, but I don't ever really stick to one particular thing. Whereas, no, it's going to ask you to stick to one way of doing things for an extended period of time. And what that gets you, as opposed to just trying a million different things all the time and, constantly moving from one to another. Yes?
That being said, it is just a game of choices, and you can play it to whatever level you choose to, and that's comfortable for you, although if you're really playing, it's not going to be completely comfortable all the time, right? But it is your choice. It's like you have the power to make the choice of what you're choosing. And I really want to say that even if you play at half of what you know that you can do, you're still going to have amazing results. I encourage you to play as hard as you can, but it's really all up to you.
And on that, I mean, my way of everything is how you look at it, right? The way I choose to go through this game, the way I choose to play, is whenever anybody's like, oh, can you have that? I'm like, I can have whatever I want. I'm choosing not to have that. It's my choice. I choose to play this game. I chose to play by these rules and hold myself to this accountability. This is all my choice. I'm doing this because I want to, because I want the results out of it. I can have whatever I want, and I want this. So I think that just changing your mindset from, oh, I can't have that, to I don't want to have that, makes a huge difference. Cool.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so moving on, Heather is going to go over the rules of the challenge.
Okay, so rules of the challenge. You are going to download and print out the affiliate training manual. That's for me. I didn't read ahead. Okay. We did that. So we're following the rules. Okay, so the key to the challenge is simplicity. Simply what you can and cannot eat, what you need to do each day, clear, unambiguous scoring, and then did you do it? Yes or no? There's always a lot of jokes, and when Nate talks about the nutrition, there will be, some wait, what if I had a whole bottle of wine? There are 4 servings, 4.5 glasses of wine in a bottle.
In the last Full Life Challenge, Tate and I came to the conclusion, well, if we're at the movies and we have a bucket of popcorn, I'm like, I think that if I just don't stop chewing, then it's technically 1 serving. I didn't take more than 1 bite because I was continually chewing.
Yeah.
That is an actual thing.
And Nate's going to talk about the website too, but it's really clear. It's if you did your 10 minutes of working out, and we'll explain what that looks like. And and you say yes or no, and don't feel bad about it if you didn't. That I can't instill enough, but you should feel good all the way through this. You're taking it on, that's a huge thing, you're stepping up. It's big. The Max is here.
Odd. That's not sort of odd, but resisting.
Okay guys, so to go over the nutrition rules, what's allowed on the diet, what's not allowed, an important thing to think about. This is not designed to be a weight loss challenge. Okay? I always tell people when they start talking to me oh, I want to lose 10 pounds, I want to gain 10 pounds. Throw your scale away. Unless you are a fighter or a wrestler and you need to compete in a weight class, you don't need a scale. You don't need to know what your weight is. That's not what this is. Transform your body, yes, but by transforming your life. Transform your way of being around the practice of health and fitness. Some of you may gain weight in this. Some of you may lose weight. Some of you may lose weight at the beginning. Like I lost 10 pounds and then I gained it all back, but I'm still lean and I'm still super cut. That happens. Like when I first went paleo, that was exactly what happened. I lost 10 pounds in the first week. Second week, I put on 10 pounds and wasn't any fatter. You know, so like your weight isn't a good guide of your health. It can be scaled. You can do the workout scale, you can do the nutrition aspect of the challenge scale, but don't forget, this is a challenge. It won't do you any good to design your rules to conform with the way things are now. Create something that is a stretch for you. The challenge is stepping outside your comfort zone. That's what you want to do, right? And just on a side note, once we get into the prizes, which Heather will talk about at the end, you're only eligible for the prizes if you do it prescribed. Okay.
Then that's nutrition, not the prelims.
Nutrition.
Not the prelim and final.
Yeah, that's just the nutrition. Like when you signed up or when you're going to sign up, it asks what level you want to do. Go with prescribed. And like Heather said, play it the way you want to play it.
What does that mean?
So there's different levels of, I have that piece of paper too, somewhere. Oh, I have it. So thank you, Ruben. I'm glad you asked. So I have here, different levels of nutrition. And I'm about to, actually I will go over that as I get into the rules. So I'm going to go over like what it means to do prescribed, and then I'll do what it means to scale. So no grains or starches. That includes wheat, rice, potatoes, any gluten, cereals, corn, soy, quinoa, bread, etc. Sweet potatoes and yams are allowed. If you're vegetarian, you can have quinoa, amaranth, wild rice, buckwheat, fermented soy products, not soy sauce. Those are allowed if you're vegetarian.
This is all available on the website. You don't have to memorize this if you feel like, holy, what have I gotten myself into? Like, don't worry, it's fine.
So there are 3 levels of nutrition. What I just read off was the advanced. So no grains or starches with the exception of sweet potatoes and yams. If you're doing intermediate, you can have quinoa, amaranth, wild rice, brown rice, buckwheat, and corn oil and soy oil. If you're doing beginner, you can have everything I just read, including corn, whole grains, and barley. Moving on, no sugar or artificial sweetener. This is not about it being organic or natural. It is your hormones and how your body responds to glucose. No sugar enters your bloodstream as anything but glucose, no matter how it started out. No chemical sweeteners either. Stevia is permitted. Stevia is allowed. I really want to stress the no chemical sweeteners and like what that means. The biggest thing I took out of the First Whole Life Challenge is I will never have any chemical sweetener ever again. If I do, I have to lay down, the room is spinning, my chest is tight, my fingers are numb. That's what happens if I drink a Diet Coke. Like half a Diet Coke and I'm out. So the only sweetener is stevia. Some stevia is tricky. You can like find the stevia in the raw packet. It has dextrose or something. The best are like the drops. That's just pure undriven stevia. If you're doing intermediate, you can use sugar as an ingredient to savory, not dessert foods. For example, marinara sauce, canned soups, broths, etc. You cannot have xylitol. No other sugars or sweeteners, no honey, no agave, no coconut sugar or nectar, no evaporated cane juice. Any candy, baked good, dessert style sweetened coffee drinks. Example, coffee drinks with syrups, caramel, blended and iced coffee beverages, and any artificial sweetener. If you're doing intermediate, you can use it as an ingredient in savory foods. If you're doing beginners, You can use it as an ingredient to savory foods. You can also have xylitol. You can also use sugar to normally sweeten coffee or tea. But in my opinion, I think that makes the tea lead grosser, so like, Heather.
This, you all got this.
You all
if
have
you're
it.
signed up, you got it. If you're not signed up and you don't get it right after you sign up, send us an email and we'll send it to you. So this is like blah, 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 you know, like there's a lot. Like don't sweat it. No sugar, no grain, no dairy. Period. Except butter.
Getting there. No alcohol. So I'm not going to read through this anymore, but I am going to continue going through this, which is a brief summary. No alcohol, fruit juice, or soda. The exception is kombucha. You can have kombucha. Fruit juice is considered sugar for this challenge. You may eat fruit. You can eat fruit, but you have to eat the whole fruit. You have to get the meat of the fruit too, not just the juice. Too concentrated source of sugar. Soda is prohibited, both diet, regular, any way you want to look at it. Going back to the fruit, you can have a few fruit puree. If you put fruit in a blender and you make like a smoothie, that's fine. As long as you are consuming the whole fruit, no matter if you blend it, chop it up, whatever. Alcohol, use the challenge, no alcohol. Use the challenge to look at how your alcohol consumption might be affecting your body. I can tell you, if it's more than an occasional drink every couple of weeks, it's flipping huge. Okay?
A lot of sugar too. That's
Yeah. No dairy. We do allow butter on the WLC, but no other dairy. Just butter. Why? I'm glad you asked. Limiting casein intake, maximizing good saturated fat intake. No preservatives or artificial ingredients. Guar gum, agar, xanthan gum, etc. There are lots of things that you may not try to avoid when you aren't on the challenge. For the purposes of this challenge, if it's not in a standard kitchen, un momento, think your grandma. If you don't normally cook with it, it's not permitted. This includes just about everything that gets put in food that you wouldn't find in your own kitchen. Guar gum, red dye number 5. If it's used to process food, it'll cost a point. Canned, jammed, jarred, dried, etc. are okay, so long as traditional ingredients and methods of preparation were used. Portions do matter, contrary to how much I would like to only take 1 point for a large tub of popcorn. Like your workouts, the honor system is in place for all food reporting. Portion size does matter. 1 piece of pizza counts for 1 point. 2 pieces counts for 2 points. A whole unsliced pizza is not 1 piece. The same rule applies for alcohol, soda, or juice. 1 drink counts as 1, 2 counts for 2. So it's clear any amount of alcohol counts for 1 point, even if it's just a sip of wine or beer. Food items like sandwiches, pizza, cake, milkshakes, etc., which contain more than 1 forbidden ingredient, only count as 1 point per violation. So if you eat a piece of pizza, even though it has dairy and sugar and gluten and all these things, it's still just 1 point. So if you're going to cheat with all your things in the blender, this is always so that is the nutrition aspect of it. Heather's going to go over the scaling, which I just kind of talked about. So, a little more.
yeah. I mean, it's just talking about don't choose beginner alcohol because you want more than 1 glass of wine on the occasion that you want a glass of wine. It's just take the point. Like, I really recommend everyone just do it prescribed. But if you're not comfortable with that, make your own choice. I take points. Like, I'm totally happy about it when I do. I never feel bad about taking a point for a glass of wine in the middle of this challenge. But I don't often take 5 points for a bottle of wine. Not often. So you want to go over our workout?
Yep. So the workout. The rules for the workout. Workout every day. Minimum is 10 minutes of active recovery, walking, yoga, bike riding, skateboarding, jogging, etc. etc. If you don't want to do an intense workout, i.e. take a traditional rest day, you will need to be active for 10 minutes to earn the workout points for the day. Intense workouts like sprints or CrossFit workouts do not need to last for 10 minutes to count. If you do Fran in 5 minutes, you don't have to struggle to find another 5-minute workout. You did Fran. It's okay. You will determine if you did it or not. It is up to you to say if you were intentional about being active. If you get 2 points, or you get 2 points if you worked out, 0 if you didn't. There's no score of 1. This is not a game of doing a crazy exercise routine every day, scorekeeping, or judging. Here it is, plain and simple. Did you intentionally spend 10 minutes doing something that you would consider a workout? If the answer to that question is yes, then score yourself in yes for that day. How does the Whole Life Challenge define workout? Something that elevates your heart rate, helps build any of the 10 general physical skills, which, in case you don't know, includes strength, endurance, stamina, flexibility, speed, power, balance, coordination, agility, and accuracy, or gives you a chance to actively recover. For active recovery, it must be a duration of at least 10 minutes. This means that some players will do a regular workout, go to the gym, or put on running shoes, and some days they will just move, take a light jog, do yoga, ride their bike, or skate at the beach, play frisbee, soccer, go surfing, or walk to work rather than drive. It is up to each individual to determine if they worked out or not. The key is, was it intentional? Did you set aside 10 minutes that was designed for physical activity? Cool. Everybody clear on the workout? Heather is going to go over the mobilization.
Okay. So mobilizing basically is stretching, right? It's moving your body, it's opening up your joints. It's a huge factor in how we perform as athletes. For example, like if you're going, like, say you're trying to do a pull-up, but you can't actually have your hands, your arms by your ears, right? It's gonna be really hard to do a pull-up. There's a variety of ways you can get it done. We have a ton of tools here. But like foam core roller that they sell at Pilates studios or here, PVC pipes, these are some of the tools, lacrosse balls, resistance bands. We do have all that here. We can tell you how to use them as well. So stretching, foam rolling, lacrosse balls, etc. Kelly Starrett is kind of the guru of mobilization in the modern world. He has a website called MWOD, M-W-O-D, and WOD means workout of the day, so it's mobility workout of the day. And he has a little video. He does like a 5 to 6 minute video. There are 365 of them on his website. And you can put in like tight shoulders, and it's going to give you a video, right? Put in hamstring. Everyone has tight hamstrings, right? So there's a lot of information there. There's also this book that he just released called Becoming a Supple Leopard. It's amazing. And it's available on Amazon, or I don't know, are there any bookstores left, unfortunately?
Downtown.
Huh?
Collected Works downtown.
Do they have that? They should. They can order it, yeah. So, which would be better than ordering it off Amazon. But this is an amazing book. Yoga counts for mobilization. Massage does not. Go ahead and get a massage for sure. We have a couple massage therapists in-house. So yoga counts, but don't count 10 minutes of yoga for both your workout and your mobilization. If you're going to count yoga, and it's rare that someone goes and does 10 minutes of yoga, but go and do your, for your workout and your mobilization, 20 minutes total. Yeah, that's it. Oops.
Lifestyle category. So that covers
How many points for the mobilization?
1.
2.
2 points?
2 points.
2 points.
2 points for mobilization.
And 2 points for workout.
Same, just like the workout, it's either yes or no, 2 points or 0. You don't get a 1. Lifestyle category. So this is the last category that you'll get a point on each day. I think it's 2. The lifestyle category is just 1 point. This will change every 2 weeks. I don't know exactly the way it's going to work this time around, because they haven't said, like, they haven't released that this week will be this week will be this week will be this. But I can tell you what it was last time, which will probably be pretty similar. Every 2 weeks, we will rotate the rule in the lifestyle category. The first 2 weeks are hydration. Drink half of your body weight in ounces a day. You did or you didn't? Weeks 3 and 4, this was a super easy one for me. Sleep 7 hours a day. I'm like, that's a challenge. That's a little on the low end, don't you think? Weeks 5 and 6.
If it is the 7 hours, naps count the next day. So
yeah, so you get 5 hours of sleep in the night that you can get to during the day. That counts. Yeah. Weeks 5 and 6. Practice mindfulness for 10 minutes every day. Mindfulness, kind of up to your interpretation. Could be meditating, it could be journaling, could be going on a walk, could be, more examples.
prayer.
What?
Prayer.
Prayer, could be prayer. So whatever, it's like you're again, it's intentional. It's not, well, I ended up taking 10 minutes of the shower and I really just stopped and thought, well, I tried this 10 minutes mindfulness. It has to be intent, like I'm doing this to be mindful. This next 10 minutes is my mindfulness. Week 7 and 8, my favorite one was random acts of kindness. Every day you do a random act of kindness for somebody. That was awesome. It's like you're in line at O'Rory's and you're like, I want to buy the person behind me coffee. I only pay for their coffee. Or, I mean, it could be something as sending someone a really nice text. Hey, you did really great today. You're number 1. Again, I can't tell you that that's what it's going to be this time around because they haven't exactly laid it out yet. But more than likely, it will at least be very similar to that. Yes, you can.
I just want to say that I hope they do that one again because it's the most amazing thing if you think about the impact that has on the people around you and on the world. Like 10,000 people doing this challenge, everyone's nice, goes out of their way to be nice to someone that day, and then they go home and they're a little nicer to their kid or their wife or, you know, and like it's just, that's a ripple effect thing that actually changes the world. I just think it's incredible.
And Heather's going to talk about bonus points now.
Supplement?
Oh, yeah, we skipped supplements. That's, yeah.
It's not in here.
So, yeah, I'll talk about supplements. So, the other category is, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
First place winners for the first, was that our first Whole Life Challenge?
First Whole Life Challenge.
Yes, they won the male and the female first place category. And they literally joined the gym and put themselves into the challenge like that day. Like it was a complete immersion program for them.
I believe they came in for their intro and joined up with the gym that week, right? It was like a few days before.
We just passed our 1-year anniversary on Monday, so that's so we've been 1 week in Wednesday.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome.
So the other category is taking a supplement every day. Which supplement? Player's choice. Suggestions are omega-3s like fish oil, vitamin D, probiotics, magnesium, and antioxidant boosters. Like we sell ZMA, zinc, magnesium, and B6. That would work. It is up to each player to choose their supplement, but take it every day to earn 1 more point. Note, whey protein is not an acceptable supplement for the Whole Life Challenge.
Egg protein is.
Egg is.
Can you have whey protein though?
No, you can't.
No.
It is dairy.
It's a point and it doesn't count as your supplement.
Yeah, it'll cost you a point and it doesn't count.
Okay.
Most protein powders are gonna have a lot of ingredients and sugar in them, and whey is dairy.
There is an egg protein that they sell at the Whole Foods. It's I have to say texturally it's an experience, but it is totally Whole Life Challenge approved, and you would have to just go. We'll try to get that information to be available, but we know. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
go to the co-op and find it. If they don't have it,
They'll order it.
maybe Peg will order it.
No
Yeah.
Flintstone chewable.
No Flintstone chewables.
So we're almost to the end of this.
That's pretty much a sugar pill.
And then you guys, if you have questions or if we have a bunch of previous Whole Life Challenge winners here. They can talk to you about their experience. We also, I would love to give Bob an opportunity to speak if you'd like to about bumblebees. We just have this little piece to get through and Peg about the co-op. So bonus points, this is the best, right? Because this is like a way to like, it's just like a little extra bonus. Bonus points every day when you enter your score, you'll have the option to enter a short reflection about the challenge. So it could be like, oh my God, I'm kicking sugar this week and I want to kill everyone, right? It could also be like, oh my gosh, I've never felt better in my entire life. I'm going to do the Whole Life Challenge for the rest of my life. And good luck with that.
I say that every time.
He does. Nate is like, I wish the Whole Life Challenge was all year long. And I'm like, so why don't you just do it all year long? And he's like, that's totally different.
I don't have a website to log into. There's nobody else doing it with me. It's different.
It is. So you write your short reflection. I encourage you to write more than like, feeling great, feeling bad, feeling great, feeling bad, feeling great, you know? But it's fine if you do. People get, like Nate's favorite part of the whole challenge is reading people's reflections. Right, and he does it every day, and he's like, oh my God, did you see what Ginger Williams wrote today? You know, like, so, and then he reads them in his head in your voice.
That's true.
So, I don't have the skills to do that. I wish I did. So, how you're, what you're feeling, what your experience is, it's really a way to not feel so alone and to be able to express yourself. If you enter 5 consecutive reflections on 5 consecutive days, you get 2 bonus points. This is the bummer though, is if you forget to ring your score during those 5 days, and this is the bane of my personal existence, you lose your 3 before that or whatever. So you it wipes you clean for bonus points. So, yeah.
Spoilers, Ginger. We're gonna get to that. I was just thinking about it, like, I'm gonna be so excited to tell them what time to.
So, failure to enter a reflection will reset your count to 0. Bonus points are banked until the player needs them. As long as the player maintains a perfect score, they'll retain any bonus points they've earned. When they enter less than a perfect score, the points in the bank are automatically applied to their total score, up to a perfect score, but you don't get a perfect score and then some, you just get a perfect score, right?
Just.
You can see your plus 38 or whatever, you could like 197 plus 38, I'm just always amazed.
Yeah,
Todd.
you have those in the bank.
They're visible on your My Stats page as points earned, points applied, and points remaining. So there's a little graph. The philosophy behind the bonus points is to make the challenge realistic. 8 weeks is a long time, and with absolute strictness, many find it hard to maintain what they've learned over the long term. The bonus points are meant to be used. They're designed to give players breathing room. They cannot contribute to their score above and beyond a perfect score. Any bonus points remaining at the end of the challenge are left in the bank. You can't take them with you. Encourage your clients to use them to manage keeping themselves in the running on the leaderboard, but also not to end up going crazy trying to maintain ironclad discipline.
And then, I don't know if you guys heard Ginger, so every day you will have until 11:59 p.m. to log your score for the day before. So say the workout, or the official start date of the challenge is Saturday, you will start ringing your scores on Sunday. So you're always logging for the day before. You can't score that day. It will end at 11:59 p.m. It'll shut off for a minute, and then it'll kick back on the next minute at midnight. Last time it was 9 p.m. The time before that it was 3 p.m. I liked that. One of my friends at Crossfit LA told me, they're like, oh really? Really? Because the first Whole Life Challenge we did, it was 8 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Like you had to set an alarm to wake up to log your score.
Oh.
So that's just one thing. With the points,
Can I add an addendum about the time since I'm all about that?
Yeah.
If you travel, you have to log it for an hour time.
Yeah.
that's changed.
Oh, never mind.
It has changed. On the site it says that you are in that time zone. Oh, I have time to log my score. Oh no, I'm in Hawaii and it's already 3 a.m. in Santa Fe.
You could call your friend in Hawaii and tell him to log in for you.
That's true. You can always call your friends, like this is my email, my password, this is my login information. Score me for this, score me for this, score me for this, and then write whatever you want in my reflection. So I will get back to you on that, but I am 99% certain that it is now wherever you're at. It's not like you're stuck in mountain time wherever you go. Okay? I will double check, but I'm 99% certain. There is no correcting your score. Make sure you take the time to review it and make sure it's entirely accurate before you push submit, because there is no undo. I do not frantically call me or Facebook message me or text me and like, can you fix my score? Because I can't. I'm sorry, it's out of my hands. So yes, always make sure you take care to look at your score before you press submit. If you forget, you forgot. Sorry.
It's a bummer.
Make sure you remember.
So as far as winners and ranking and prizes goes, the score is a combination of things. We do a preliminary workout. We're doing that workout this Saturday. We're meeting here at 10 a.m. We're doing measurements. And then if all goes well, we're going up to Gonzalez School right there and doing the prelims in their gymnasium. And that's where we'll do the finals as well. Huh?
What's the workout?
I'm glad you asked.
Can I finish this or should we talk about that now?
You can keep finish
So
that.
the
We'll
score
get
is 50%. It's your scores that you've been ringing in through the whole challenge, right? 50% of that is that. It's your accountability. It's what you did and didn't do, right? 25% is measurements. We're just taking your waist and your hips and the change in your measurements. They're looking at going smaller in the waist and the
buttocks.
butt. Some of us would feel differently about the derriere. But anyway, it doesn't matter what we feel. So, and then 25% is your score improvement from the preliminary workout to the final workout 8 weeks later. In order to be eligible for prizes, you have to be at the finals. If you can't be at the finals, you're still gonna get everything you got out of the challenge, you know? But you aren't eligible for prizes.
What are the prizes?
Oh.
That will be announced right before the finals.
We're gonna have a ton of prizes.
Ton of cash, ton of prizes.
And some non-monetary prizes. I haven't told Heather and Nate about them yet, but we will. Because, so there'll be prizes for a lot of things.
I love suspense.
Yeah.
We can tell you what the prizes have been in the past too, but,
Yeah.
and they're significant.
They are significant, right? Smiths, especially if
And
you're a couple and you
Tiffany.
take first.
Second Whole Life Challenge winner, first place winner, last challenge.
So you guys-
I lied when I said we were almost done. We're not, but he's gonna go fast.
Okay, so prelims and finals. While we're on that topic, so like Heather said, it's gonna happen this Saturday. You say what time? 10 a.m. here. We'll take the measurements, go over to Gonzalez School, do the workout. The workout, I'm glad you asked, is, for one, I just want to say, designed so that every single person in the world can do it. It's not gonna be like kettlebell swings and like clean and jerks. So because people don't have that kind of equipment, even pull-up bars, you know. So it's all body weight stuff. It's going to be for 2 minutes. as many 25-yard sprints as you can in 20 minutes.
2 minutes?
Sorry, 2 minutes. Yeah, 2. As many 25-yard shuttle sprints as you can in 2 minutes. Then you're going to rest a minute, and then you're going to, in another 2 minutes, as many rounds of 5 push-ups and 10 squats as you can do. Rest a minute, 2 minutes of sit-ups. How many sit-ups can you do in 2 minutes? Rest a minute, and then another 2 minutes of 25-yard shuttle sprints. Each run, how you will score yourself on the website for your score. For every run, that's 5 points. For every rep, that's 1 point. So you will have just one total number at the end, and you'll put that in the website. And then, so we'll do the prelims, do that workout, take the measurements, and then you will follow the rules of the challenge for the 8 weeks. On the finals, we're gonna do the exact same thing, albeit have more of a party afterward. And you'll put your final score, actually at that point, I will put your final score into the computer, and your online score mixed, combined with your improvement on your measurements and your improvement on the workout will come up with who got the most improvement overall. And
we'll go over those standards. Everything's scalable. You don't have to have beautiful push-ups from your toes to do this. You just do them at the finals the same way you did them at the prelims.
yeah. So that's the prelims and the finals. Heather's going to talk about teams and gyms now. You already heard Joe petition for you to join his team.
Accountability pals.
And now if you were confused by that, an explanation of what that is.
So your gym is for your members and your members only. So this gym, right, you guys that are friends and family, like we're super stoked for you to be part of it. Totally consider joining our gym and coming and taking classes here with us in a membership. And we'll support you beyond that as a friend and family of someone who goes here, right? But they're a little bit different offerings for members. So non-members should be signed up through a team that's created either by us or one of our members, or if there's a big group of you non-members, make a team, you know?
Or members. This part is
A little, yeah.
than the way we do things.
Okay.
But basically,
That's not surprising.
member, non-member, doesn't matter, join the team.
You can share the link to your team on Facebook. You can send an invitation. You can email people if you want, like a bunch of people. The day of the prelims is a great time to like get on a team. You can be like, I don't have a team. Someone's gonna adopt you. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
And with that, so like for the teams, what that is like a little support group within your bigger support group. You know, like when all is said and done, we probably have maybe 200 people signed up under Undisputed Fitness. So to have a little minor community inside that major community, so you guys can hang out. Like, hey, the Accountability Pals, we're gonna have dinner together on Sunday nights, and we're all gonna cook and enjoy each other's company.
Share recipes and talk, you know.
Share recipes, and I will get into this in a minute as far as the website's concerned.
Paleo sticks.
Eat paleo sticks, but there are forums on the website, and so you can chat with every single person in the world who's doing the challenge, all 10,000 people. You can get in the forums of the gym, all 200 people doing the challenge. You can chat in forums of your team. You can talk amongst yourselves. Like if there's 10 to 15 people in your team, then you can talk at whatever level. Does that make sense? So yeah, I think that pretty much sums up the teams to help each other out, be accountable, support each other.
And then did you say there's like, you can have like a little discussion, conversation feed with your team that your team can go to.
Which brings us.
How do you sign up for that? I mean, it's part of the site?
Yes, it's part of the site,
So-
the forums.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you're already signed up, they are not available yet. I have been playing around with them today. I'm in there and they look a little bit different than they did last time. With the forums, you will have to actually register, like when you sign in for the site itself, you click on the forums, you're gonna have to sign into the forums themselves. So there's a little bit of that, but they're beta testing the new forums right now. And so I was playing around with them today, and they're pretty cool.
And if someone's not signed up, how do they sign up?
If you mean
As
for a
friend.
team?
No, like if my friend.
I'm not.
She's not a member, and she has not
We know.
signed up, so.
Yeah.
We know all our members.
Yeah.
But you
I know you know.
But you were at one point, right?
She
Was
was,
it
she
when-
came for a while,
I
yeah.
remember.
Awesome.
So if you haven't signed up for the live challenge yet, you can give us your email address, or you can look at our Facebook page because I've been spamming that wall with the link.
So we can send you the link that has you automatically sign up under Undisputed Fitness.
Yeah, that's the thing you want to make sure you do. Just don't go to wholelifechallenge.com because then you'll just be in limbo of Whole Life Challenge. You want to sign up under Undisputed Fitness. So the easiest way, like, go to our Facebook page. I put that specific link many times, so it should be hard to find. Click it, they'll take you to a page that says get started, Undisputed Fitness, join this community. Click join this community. Then you're all set, it'll ask for your info. Undisputed Fitness, $5 off, blah, blah, blah. Register through that. And then, once you register, there's a little box on the lower right corner of the screen. It looks just like this. And that has steps to set up your whole profile, choose your level of nutrition, join the team, all that good
And
stuff.
if you're having trouble, call us and we'll walk you through it online.
Yeah. So the website. Every day you will log into the WLC website and record your score for the previous day. Scoring is open from midnight to 11:59 p.m. I already talked about all this. The website, I think, is pretty user-friendly. Click on it, log in. If you've already registered, you have an idea of what it looks like. Log in, there will be a big button that says record your score. Click it, record your score. Again, make sure that it's all set before you click submit, because there is no undo. And yeah. And then you will have like your hub, so it'll be a circle of your improvement. You're this many days in. You have this many out of this many points of nutrition. You have this many out of this many points of supplement. You have this many, so on and so forth.
It's very visual, it's awesome.
It is very visual. You can, like I said, chat in the forums. You can talk with other people, worldwide, gym-wide, team-wide. You can probably talk to Tim on that also. And you can, if you have a question, chances are 80 million other people do too. So the forums are a great place to go to with your questions. Go there and see if anybody's already answered that.
Or ask it.
Or ask it. You know, if you don't see that your question's been asked already, post it there. Hey, what about this? And out of 10,000 people, chances are someone else has the answer to that. You know what I mean? Cool. So that is the rundown. I believe. Are we missing anything? So now we're going to open it up to questions. If you could, please.
Can we give Bob and
Oh, yeah, sorry.
the floor for a second? Because I kind of said that was going to happen
Yeah.
earlier, but I never.
So Bob and Peg, if you'd like to make your way to the center.
Oh, both of us? Go ahead. Want me to start?
Sure, go for it.
Well, I don't know how many of you have been to Bumblebees. Probably a lot of you. I know that we've always been very flexible in the way you order. And so I sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I say, black or pinto, you know, it comes out. Anyway, we're going to do 3 or 4 special things for the Whole Life Challenge. One's going to be all our tacos will be available in lettuce wrap. We've always been able to serve our burritos naked. That's been on the menu forever, so you can't have the carbs. We have a chicken dinner salad that will be available for you all. What else are we talking about? We talked about the paleo bowl. Oh, the paleo bowl.
They already
Yeah,
have that.
I've been trying to work on the paleo, and I was good at first and lost about 25 pounds, and it's really a great way to live. And it's on the menu at Bumblebee's. And so you come in and choose your meat. We serve in 4-ounce portions. And so a lot of times I'll come in and I'll have lamb and steak and chicken, and then it's all bedded in cabbage, and I'll add some salsa and some sour cream is available at Paleo. I'll add a little sour cream and guacamole. I don't think it's available on your program. But you can pick whatever you want and put it in. We always start out with a bed of cabbage.
And Bob is also a proud sponsor of Saving the Bumblebees. So
Yeah.
if you want to help save bumblebees, also Bob has made some cards available to us at the table over there. And tell us a little bit about the cards, Bob.
Well, the cards are $2 off cards, and they'll be throughout the challenge. We'll have those cards for you all.
Available for
Pick up
everybody.
on the table, and come in and you get $2 off on any $10 purchase. And most of our things are $10, so it's not too hard to do that. And I'll leave menus there, and everybody at the desk at our counter, our cashiers, are used to lots of special questions, special wishes, and we're glad to do it for anybody that needs to do it. So I hope we see a lot of you, and I hope you're all successful in your challenge.
Thank you.
My name is Peg, and I'm the front-end manager next door, and I did the Whole Life Challenge with Noah, my son, last year, or in the fall of last year, and as a non-member of the gym. One of the things that I really rekindled my love for doing that was how to make ghee, which is, an improved thing. So, we sell it over there, but it's so I did make up a little how to make ghee thing. I'll put that on the table because it is expensive and it enhances the flavor of Trader Joe's frozen green beans. Don't tell anybody else. We do have fresh green beans. So also at the Whole Life Challenge, I will be putting these up. I gotta read the labels for like jerkies because those are okay, right? But they might have things like, okay, yeah, that. And also vitamins. I just thought it was the fish oil. So if there's other stuff, I'll put these up, easy for you to see. At our hot bar, we did it last year. We're going to try to do it a little more official this year, so that if you're over here and you want to go over there and grab something from the hot bar, it will be not all of them, of course, because there are other people not doing the diet, but we'll have that label as well. Are there any members of the co-op in here? All right. So for those of you who are members, you know that October is our volume discount month. So if you're a member during volume discount month, if you spend up to a certain amount of money, you can get 20% off. So we sell coconut water by the case, and so you'll get 20% off of that based on what you purchase, or 10%. So it's a great time to become a member now if you need to buy lots of supplements as well. It might be a good time for you to kind of look into that. I didn't bring that information, but Are you going to have that table up all the time, or can I just leave it here later?
You can leave it here. We'll make sure it's available at the prelims, and we'll talk about that.
All right, so just look for this awesome little Whole Life Undisputed Fitness melting of the logos.
And if you're not a member, it's really easy to become a member.
Super easy. It's $15 a year, so it's like $1.25 a month. You make it up in October just buying coconut water.
And also,
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
I'm wondering when the co-op's going to start carrying the supernatural breast like
The co-op? Well, if you write it down for me, I'll see. I don't know.
They have Kerrygold.
Yeah, and I will tell you for that life, if you become a member, we have people who buy 50 pounds of beef, and you will get that discount goes for big mega things like that because they're eating a lot of meat.
Yeah.
Awesome. I haven't seen a lot of
Also-
stuff, but if you write it down for me, I'll put it through.
The other reason to shop at the co-op is because they do a lot of local produce. Like, I don't know, there's other stores that claim they do local, like Whole Foods says they do a lot of local, and they do, but the co-op does more so. Just Whole Foods is better at advertising all that. But
Well,
co-op
the difference
actually,
too, we do, but the difference is that we're able to help those local produce farmers that cannot supply Whole Foods. because they're gonna want them to supply big amounts. And so they're gonna go, nah, sorry, we don't want your 3 weeks of blueberries. But we'll take that farmer's 3 weeks of blueberries because it's local and it's really close. So that's part of it too, is that we help the smaller farmers. All of our produce is organic.
And speaking of that, something that I found only in the co-op, nowhere else, is a brand of sausage called Wlc, and it's totally Whole Life Challenge approved, and it's delicious. Like the chorizo, the bratwurst,
They don't have it.
No, the chorizo. Oh well, the bratwurst, the breakfast sausage, like they're Whole Life Challenge approved, and they're amazing. They're so good. Like the first Whole Life Challenge, I lived off of mostly those sausages and butter.
Awesome.
I forgot to mention, we have organic lamb,
Yeah.
organic ground beef, natural chicken that we serve, and we try to get healthy, buy healthy food. And our meats are vegetarian. There's no fat in it, no pork in it, or anything like that.
And one last thing, any chicken that is served in the hot bar is certified non-GMO.
Sweet. And O'Hori's will also, she's not here, but they'll also have some sort of incentive for you. Buy coffee from them as well. And if you haven't tried their coffee, it's the best in town. And we drink a lot of coffee.
We're coffee snobs.
Yeah, we buy like 5 pounds a week here at the gym. And we love coffee. So we kind of know who has coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we sell MCT oil here too.
For your bulletproof coffee, yeah. If you don't know what MCT oil is, it's just basically coconut oil, but 6 times stronger. Or like,
Without the flavor.
right, without the flavor of the coconut.
Yeah. You can put that in anything.
It's flavorless. It's flavorless, and it makes you feel alive. If you don't already feel alive.
So, any questions? Yes.
What if you can't lobby your support because you're in a wilderness river, like I'm gonna be for 4 days next week. I'm gonna be mindful every day. It's no screen time, but I cannot get on because I'm on 0 access. Is there any makeup or no?
There's
Just lose
not.
points.
Yeah.
Well,
I would say.
can I address that?
Yes.
My wife, last Whole Life Challenge, we were out of the commissions out in the wilderness for a week, the first week. She had her daughter, she made a promise, she said, I'm gonna do this.
Oh,
and she logged in and for her, and it was up to her to keep her promise to herself. So
that's
anyway,
good.
that was what she did.
Yeah, if you just like, hey, so-and-so, if you could log on for me, I know, I promise to you and myself that I'm gonna have a perfect score.
The other thing is, you can always, like my brother's going to be doing some training thing. He's going to be on MREs, so we know he's not going to get some of those points. But you can always log the full points and then just do a reckoning when you get back.
That's true. Like if you can log perfect scores, and then if you know that you lost a couple points, take it out of a day that you actually did do perfect. No,
But I
you
can't
might
log
lose.
the scores if I'm.
Right.
You have to have someone's log.
Right. You're having somebody log for you.
And just keep track.
Cool. Is that question resolved before we move on? Awesome. Super Joe Mara.
I know I don't look it, but I'm having my 25th anniversary high school reunion on Friday. It's probably means I have me up on Saturday. Which means makeup date.
Makeup dates we will determine within the next day or so, and I will send out emails to everybody with the makeup dates.
Part question.
What's your second part, Joe?
The second part is I will be available come the end of in November because I'll be in Dallas. Is there anything like I can do anything Friday before or anything?
Yep.
Or am I just
If you're not here for the finals, I think you should do the challenge anyway. You're not eligible for the prizes.
What's the date? Sorry.
November 2nd.
November
If
2nd.
you're not a member, you still do the preliminary workout, right?
You should.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you don't do the preliminary workout in the finals, you're not eligible for the friends and family prize.
can I be
And
in the spirit
so
of the
do we
challenge?
start, one more thing, do
Or
we,
what? Okay, maybe I
do we
might be
start
wrong.
eating that way Saturday morning? Like,
Yes.
okay, before we work out, we
Seconding window.
are already
Yeah.
doing that.
So,
Saturday's the
Get out
start
like
of the challenge.
carbo loading
sorry,
before.
I'm going to repeat the question louder every time somebody asks, just because I just remembered we were filming and we're going to send this out to like all the friends and family across the world. The question is, when do you start eating that way? As soon as you wake up Saturday morning. Okay. Next question, Jeff DiMaggio.
Because with Joseph being in Dallas, if there's another gym or box that's
You're
available,
not eligible for prizes.
but he can still maybe do the workout.
Yeah, you should do
Yes.
the workout.
Yes, absolutely do the
Yeah.
workout.
Already checked.
Huh?
Already checked it.
And we'll make you up when you come back. It's just you won't be, you know, I'll run you through that workout for sure to see where you're at.
No spirit of the challenge.
There's a spirit of the challenge award. That's different.
Next question, Caitlin Smith.
Just to clarify, because I know this was true before, I know you can't have whey protein, but your vitamins don't have to be WLC approved, right?
Correct. Your supplement, if you are taking a supplement like a fish oil and it has an ingredient that's not allowed in the diet, you will not lose a point for your diet for that. If your supplement includes a forbidden ingredient, you will not lose a point for that. Okay?
Stop eating Flintstones vitamins.
Still no fight in Flintstones vitamins.
If it's a gummy vitamin, that rule doesn't apply.
You just read my mind.
What's the privacy? Is our stuff just out there and all our comments and our scores
No,
for everyone?
no one will be able to see your measurements or anything like that.
I don't think you can see someone else's stats.
I don't think you can see anybody else's stats.
But you do read the reflections.
The only,
See the reflections?
yeah, like I can look at your profile and I can see anything that you chose to write on there. Like my name is so-and-so.
People who aren't in the challenge can't look at your stuff. Though.
Right. So nobody will see your actual stats or measurements except for you and I believe myself.
But comments are out there.
Yeah, your reflections are for the world to see.
Points on the leaderboard too, right?
Yeah.
What,
Points, total points.
The total points, like your ranking worldwide, you'll be able to see that at the end of it.
You can see your ranking within your gym, you can see your ranking worldwide, you can
Okay.
see your ranking within, I think, your team maybe too.
Yeah, you can look at your ranking on the leaderboard in your team, in the gym, and worldwide.
3 quick questions.
Yes, I have a question first. What's your name?
Laura.
Laura, nice to meet you. Oh, hi. Okay, 3 questions.
Unsweetened coconut water?
Unsweetened coconut water is allowed, yes.
Yes.
Yep, yes.
Okay. Second, the website you said, Kelly Star.
MWOD, M-W-O-D. Or mobility, if you write mobility WOD,
Okay.
MWOD, Kelly Starrett, mobilitywod.com.
And he also has a great book called Supple Leopard.
I own it.
Right?
Ah, man. She
And
already.
then the third one, I just joined the gym and can I
Yeah.
do the,
Welcome.
the workout of the day then? Because I'm not familiar with all the exercises.
I'm sorry.
Can I review, is there a way that I know what the workout of the day is gonna be when I go to class on that Wednesday at 4:30 or whatever?
Yes, we post all of our workouts on our website the night before, on CrossFitSantaFe.com.
You know, for example,
Do you really want to
they'll
look
put in
before you
something
come?
like Cindy, like they put in Cindy this morning. You know, I read that, or last night, and that was the workout Cindy, and I couldn't remember what Cindy was.
Right.
And so what I usually do sometimes when I can't remember, I go to YouTube or I'll
Sure.
Google it, I'll go CrossFit Cindy, and then I'll see what the workout is.
Super, thank you.
Next question.
Caitlin, you had a question?
Wendy?
Okay, so can you only qualify for prizes if you do the advanced nutrition option?
Correct.
You've already signed up for the MD.
You can change it.
You can change it.
Okay.
Yes, if you're registered, if you signed up for the beginner or the intermediate on the nutrition, you can still change it before the prelims, I believe.
Second question, just wanted to confirm, eggs or?
Eggs are kosher. Eggs are totally good. I eat tons of eggs.
Sure, if they were less by around.
I mean kosher in terms of they're WLC compliant, not in terms of less bioreactive. Next question. Christine.
For the protein, I mean, different ways to put up, I don't know, but if I use the intermediate,
If you do intermediate, you would have to look at the ingredients on the bottle.
it's not organic.
I know there's some people that have found like a pea protein, and that's WLC compliant. So you can always do the advanced and do.
Yeah, that's a pretty good product. I would bring it in if you still have questions. Bring it in and we can tell you.
Again, if you have questions about foods, it's really good to always look at the ingredient list. Look at the ingredient list, not necessarily the nutritional facts, but the ingredient list. My rule of thumb is if I can't pronounce something, it's probably not Whole Life Challenge compliant.
But we discovered citric acid is okay because it's like lemon juice.
Okay.
And like calcium chloride.
So there are a couple of
is salt.
salts that you can
That's
get,
fine.
like calcium chloride and potassium chloride. Those are just different chemical salts. It's just like sodium chloride is regular table salt. Potassium chloride and calcium chloride are also just salt.
Those are compliant.
Yeah, we were driving ourselves crazy trying to find canned tomatoes without citric acid, and then they confirmed the last time around citric acid is fine and salt is fine.
Awesome.
So, and that's where the forums come in too. Like, if you're like, I don't know about citric acid, ask the forums. If the forums don't answer you, ask us. But there are 200 of you, right? So we want to be as support you in every way we can. And we're also running this business and doing all, so just try to find the answer amongst your peers or on the forums, and then by all means call us.
On that note,
Don't call my cell phone.
don't call my cell phone. Don't text me. I will totally answer all your questions, I promise. Please don't Facebook message me.
And this is actually serious.
Send it to...
Call the gym.
I would love to talk to you about personal things if you Facebook message me, hey, and talk to me as a person. But if you have questions about the challenge or the gym, please direct those to undisputedfitness@yahoo.com.
Or call the gym.
The first week of the challenge, I am the most popular person in Santa Fe.
You're always the most popular.
Oh, that's true. Next question. Any other questions? Did we answer everything for you? Get everything clear? Did we maybe get rid of some of your doubts or fears about the challenge?
Yes. Yay.
Awesome. Is everybody really excited? And so we will see everybody on Saturday at 10 a.m.
I have one last thing.
Heather has one last thing.
So if you're coming for the prelims and you have something you need to be at, but by 11, say, you're coming at 10, that's gonna be hard to do. But 11:30, 12, if you have a prior commitment that you need to, send us an email and we'll put you in one of the first heats. But the first part with the measurements and all that does take a half an hour, 45 minutes, and then we're gonna go over to the school. So it's gonna be like that. Everything else is first come, first serve. We'll take your attendance as you come in. And those people who got here first will have the first pick. I like to go last personally, but
I like to go first.
and so that works out, right? But so just then you'll have the pick, the scope of when you can go. I think that's it.
Thank you guys for coming, and we're really excited, especially all the friends and family. Really excited. If you're a member here, it's hard to step outside your comfort zone and take something like this on. If you aren't usually in this conversation and in this lifestyle, it's even harder. So you guys have the utmost admiration from me and all of us, and we welcome you with open arms to our community.
Yeah!